Hi all. In the last four sessions, we have seen the basic aspects of Indian as well as Western education system. And today, in this presentation, we will see a comparison of Indian and Western system of education. And this comparison is not meant to state one system is uh, better than the other. It is not like that. It's just to compare the various aspects, various elements in Indian as well as Western system of education. So, the orientation of education is the first aspect. In Indian context, the education is teacher oriented. Since in the very traditional Vedic system of education, the Gurukula system, we can see that Indian system of education is teacher oriented, teacher directed, teacher controlled. Teacher is the supreme uh, position. Even now, we can see like that. We are always expecting from teacher. Then, when in the case of Western system, the system is more learner oriented. Though there are different in different countries, the general trend when compared to Indian system of education, the Western system is more learner oriented. And we students of Indian system, we follow or we expect a received knowledge. We are always in search for something to receive from our teachers or receive from books, etc. And in Western system, more emphasis is on acquired knowledge. Learners have to acquire the required knowledge, which is meaningful for them. And knowledge as an end is the Indian concept. Knowledge as an end. To educate means to acquire knowledge. And in Western system, knowledge is as a means of their progress in life, progress in uh, work, job, etc. So, the nature of learning is passive in Indian context, but it is more active in the case of Western system because learner involvement and learner responsibility is more. Each individual learner is responsible for her or his own learning, and the our system is more examination oriented. All our instructions or our system of education are meant for or leads towards examinations. And of course, in Western system also, the certification is very important, grading and certification. So that has its own significance, but education is not entirely meant for preparing examinations at various levels. Then textbook and medium of instruction. That's another aspect, second aspect. We follow a prescribed system of textbooks, especially for school level and even for graduation and post graduation. Even in professional courses, we have some uh, prescribed text, and we generally majority use some guidebooks along with these textbooks. And in a Western system, there are no prescriptions, but they have to choose books from a selected list of items. So there's scope for more wider selection of books. Wider selection is there. Then there shall be some guidelines instead of guidebooks, how to work with, to learn the procedure, then the content or the information. Then there are worksheets and workbooks. Worksheets and workbooks has got more emphasis than textbooks and guidebooks in a Western system. And the medium of instruction, it is much complex in India, because in general schools, government schools, at school level, it is mother tongue. And nowadays we can see English medium classes since the preschool stage in every states of India. On the contrary, in Western system, they follow their mother tongue as medium of instruction. In some countries, English, and in some other countries, their own language as the medium of instruction. Then, purpose of education, the next aspect for comparison. Acquisition of degree or acquisition of certificate is the sole purpose of education, and this certification or certificate percentage of marks is considered as highly significant for getting some jobs. So naturally, the purpose of education is acquisition of degree in Indian context, and the acquisition of skills in a Western system of education. A more skill oriented. Their purpose is to acquire necessary skill in various areas. And in recent times in India also, we can see there is a shift towards developing employability skills, especially the national vocation qualification framework and all the ASAP, etc. That project, etc., is mainly focused on developing skills. Learners have to acquire some kind of vocational skill along with their general studies. That's a recent development in Indian system. Naturally followed the uh, elements of Western system of education. Then mass education, education for all, is a worldwide concept or a worldwide demand, and the rate of literacy in India, when compared to many Western countries, is low, and it naturally influence the quality of life. So mass education has got a priority in India also. Then the cost of education. So in Indian context, the right to education, the free and compulsory education, as per the new education policy, or 15 years free and compulsory education from the age 3 to 18, since to the end of secondary class 12. It is uh, compulsory as well as free. A very nominal amount has been collected from learners, and that's similar the case of in the Western countries as well. School education is exclusively free. High school education exclusively free, but higher education is very costly in those countries. But in Indian context, we have institutions having variable cost for same program. There are universities or institutions levied lakh of rupees for graduation courses and few hundred rupees for graduation courses at the same time. So state or government universities and colleges having very low fee. So that's regarding the cost of education. So these are some major elements of Indian and Western education. And when we consider the administration in many countries like US and all, the administration or the standard of education is determined by different states or different local school boards. But in India, we have a national agency. We have agencies at state level, NCRT, SCRT, etc., to monitor and develop standards for school education. There is UGC, AICTE. There are different kinds of such boards and councils at national level to design curriculum framework, and to set standards. So it's a more national need or national perspective in Indian context, but which is somewhat more autonomy in Western countries, some countries, and there are some specific countries like European countries. There are specific system, especially the Finland, which is considered education system is considered as the number one system in the world. It's another case, another type of system of education that we can see in another percentage. So that's the end of this. Thanks for watching.